Hello, friends. Jimmy here. So glad that you've tuned in again this week to the 385 update, and thrilled to have Pastor Cedric on the show this week.
Great to be here.
Yeah. We are going to spend some time just learning more about Cedric, and then celebrating his ministry here at Noonan City, and then I'm wrap up our time together just sharing some highlights from the building this week and some of the things we can be looking forward to. But most importantly, man, it is so good to have you. And it's
absolutely.
been wrapping up 4 years, a little over 4
Yeah.
years with us.
Yeah, that's right.
It's and so you came, tell me the summer that you came, 22?
22, July 1st, 22.
22. And we had worked together prior to that through your ordination process.
Yep.
Yeah, you came out of Christ Community Church there. Now, but you grew up in Columbus also.
Yep. Yeah. Born and raised in Columbus. My folks still live down there. My parents have virtually never lived anywhere besides Columbus and probably won't live anywhere besides Columbus. So we got deep Columbus roots.
That's great. And you went off to college.
Yeah, went to Morehouse. Thought I had a future in engineering, but the Lord had some different plans for my life.
Hallelujah. He
Yeah,
did.
that's right.
And you had like a scholarship to start your PhD. Is that right?
Yeah, I was doing it. You know, that was a year into that, and just felt like this. I don't think this is the thing for me, and was really starting to process with the Lord around vocation and calling and career and
you grew up in the church. So it was not it's not like you became a Christian and then changed. So tell me.
I mean, there was a bit of a season where I'd stepped away from my faith, some in college, just from being in church for 18 years every Sunday and not really having a choice, and multiple times in church during the week. I think I just didn't really know anything besides the church.
Yeah.
And I think I just wanted to figure out life some, and so I had stepped away for a season, and I think at that time when I started this PhD program, I was also kind of beginning this trek back to putting my toe in the water in terms of a relationship with God, and didn't think that it would end up quite where it did, but was really feeling that sense of something missing from my life, and that's kind of what started that track.
That's so good. And then you get hired by Christ Community Church, our mother church.
Yeah, in the middle of COVID.
Was it?
Yeah, in the middle of COVID. It was 2020. No, it was 2020. It was August of 2020.
That was in the midst of everything.
And they had just started back having in-person services.
Okay.
And they were doing little clusters of chairs so families could sit together.
Yeah, I remember that season.
And so my first services at Christ, I remember we were going through seasons of all right, when do we put all the chairs back into the sanctuary?
Yeah.
And how many chairs do we put back into, and so, but it was the middle of that just odd season.
What a crazy
just
time.
That odd season of time. And, and I love Christ Community, and that church down there is so great. And it's been a pillar in our denomination and in the city for so long.
Well, I mean, of course, Bishop Keith started that church.
That's right.
And then Pastor Derek followed him, and now Pastor Kelly is there. And so it's got such a great legacy of being just doing great kingdom work. And so, that's great. So of course, you come here, you got 4 years. Of course, I think you can't think of your ministry, excuse me, here without the NCCPM and the impact that that's had. What's some of the highlights for you with that service?
I think just seeing it evolve over time. I mean, even from the first time that I preached at NCCPM in late 21, what it looked like then versus what it looks like now and has looked like for the previous year and a half, 2 years, I would say, has been just the sense of community and fellowship, and even just this, I know that even now there's still a feeling amongst some that, PM is the young folk service. And I think even that's something that we've really wanted to do more multi-generational ministry within that, and see not just young people all together, but valuing the wisdom of some of people in different stages of life, and having all of that expression in one place has been really good. And I think just the evolution of seeing how the Holy Spirit has done a lot in that service in the time that's been going on, and just, I don't know, we've done so many different things. You know, you and I used to preach the same sermon, and we switched that. Service used to be at 6:30, and then it changed to 5. And, you know, there's been so many changes with it, and it's just been amazing.
Tweaking, trying to figure out what can work, you know.
Yeah. And it's funny, I can't connect to 6:30 anymore, even though that was like more than half of the time that PM was. But it's funny now, I'm like, sometimes I'm at home at 9 on a Sunday night, and I'm like, there were times I still be at church right now. You
Absolutely.
know? And so it's funny to see that evolution now.
Well, you, of course, the best thing for you that came out of NCCPM was Britt.
A marriage and a family.
Come on.
You know? Yeah.
Speaking of families happening sooner than later.
Yeah. We are less than a month away.
That's hard to believe.
You telling me.
You wait. There's that song, a baby changes everything. And you're about to find out, brother.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I fully know what that means yet. So I'm looking forward to finding out.
It's a there's no one who can actually, unless you walked it, you really don't know. But it's going to be fun. It's good.
Yeah.
The good part is it's good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people ask, "Are you ready?" I'm like, I think so. Yeah. You know, I don't. Yeah, I guess we're gonna find out.
You're gonna find out.
Yeah,
sooner or later, it's happening. You better be ready.
Yeah.
Well, so just to clarify for folks who don't know, you don't know the gender.
That's correct. Don't know the gender.
We're going to wait till the baby gets here. And you are, so we don't have a name. So people ask, hey, you have a boy or girl, and what's the name? Nobody, well, we don't know. We'll let you know.
We don't know.
We'll let you know about a month.
We don't know nothing. Yeah.
Well,
we'll let you know when we know.
Yeah. Well, you, Sunday is you're winding down your in with us, and what a joy it's been to just see what the Lord's done in you and through you, and specifically in that service. And I've told Cedric this, I've told everybody this. I have, this is my 36th year doing this, 37th year. I have never had a person who was on staff, the number 2 preacher, who could preach like you. You are, when I think about giftings, you're just such a gifted, just prophet. Sharing the word of God. I mean, you just do such. The Lord has gifted you in so many ways. And I'm gonna miss you, miss friendship, of course, but also miss just your. Gosh, how you help me and my every week on the sermons, and when we meet to tweak the message beforehand, and just really appreciate it. And of course, what you bring to the table when you preach each week is such a gift. And
I've appreciated the opportunities to work that out. I mean, some people in the church may know this, some may not, but I mean, I'd preached 3 sermons when I first got here, and so it wasn't.
And never back to back.
No, never back to back. So I don't have a long track record of doing it, and so I appreciate you for the opportunities for that, and I also just appreciate the church for allowing me to be a voice that speaks into their lives spiritually as well, because I think that's an incredibly significant thing, and it's something that I don't take lightly, because I think it's a great privilege, and it's a great weight to be able to have that voice in people's lives, and I think it matters too. And so I just I have a lot of appreciation around that too.
Well, you've just been a gift, and you're the Lord. When you first shared with me that you felt the Lord calling you to end your season here, to begin a new season, you talked about church planting and moving to a starting something. Being the pastor, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So we've just been praying and processing a lot, and there wasn't a grand plan when everything unfolded in terms of this exit, and we've just been praying and processing, kind of like, what does all of this look like? How do we kind of navigate and manage the pieces of having a baby, trying to be faithful to what we feel like the Lord is saying do. And so the next season of life for us is going to be in the form of house church. We're gonna put our energy towards that, and it's really going to be a kind of communal effort more than it is just a kind of a Cedric solo project. And so really just looking at that kind of Acts 2 model of people just being and doing life together for this season of time, for us to be able to
to do that, and also for us to be able to be faithful in being parents as well,
Yeah, absolutely.
and just like learn what that looks like. And so, but we're excited about the opportunity for that, and just, I don't know what it'll look like in 3 months or 6 months, but I know what it'll look like next month. And that's and I think that's probably what church planting kind of is. It's just you kind of taking it
absolutely
a little bit at a time and seeing
exactly
where things will lead you. Yeah.
Well, we are just celebrating with you. Yeah. So tickled how the Lord has brought us together, and we just look forward to just continuing to love on you and Britt and this season, this next season, and baby, as y'all launch in this new venture. So it sounds exciting, and I know that we'll be praying for you and keeping in close contact, and supporting you and all that. I want to thank you for all that, Pastor.
Absolutely.
I want to just quickly share with you, just transitioning to some of the things that are happening in the life of the church before we wrap up today. I want to highlight that Saturday night is our volunteer appreciation dinner, and this is specifically a dinner for those who have consistently volunteered at 17 First Avenue over the last 10 years. And so you should have had an opportunity to respond. If you plan to come and have not responded, just shoot me a text and we'll get you on that list. But that's exciting this Saturday night on the 29th. This Sunday, we're going to celebrate Pastor Cedric and Britt at the end of the 10:30 service, as well at the end of the 5 o'clock service. And we're going to have some reception food, or cake, and a time to celebrate them. And we're inviting and encouraging our church family to bless them with gift cards specifically from Amazon. We felt that's probably Amazon's our friend.
Amazon is our friend.
And if you can't buy it on Amazon, you don't need it, Cedric.
Especially as a new parent.
So it's all there. So we're just encouraging folks to bring gift cards to bless them from Amazon specifically. And then 5 o'clock, the leadership team at NCCPM will be hosting the reception for Cedric and Britt after the end of the service. So 2 receptions, one in the morning, one in the evening. We just want to celebrate that. Yeah. So, well, friends, it's been a great to have Pastor Cedric with us today on the 385 update, and we look forward to seeing what lies ahead for you guys.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care, friends. God bless.